All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into another edition of 40 Years, 40 Moments in Coker Men's Soccer. This week we are joined by Robert Lane, a former head coach of the Cobras from 2006 to 2009. He joins us from Athens, Georgia, on the University of Georgia coaching staff. Coach, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well, Jake. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. So we'll jump right on into it, Coach. Looking back on your years with the Cobras, what initially brought you to Coker and the men's soccer program?
Yes, I was a young coach trying to work my way up in the business, so to speak, and had spent some time volunteering. I played at Barton, so was familiar with Coker, and spent some time volunteering at Coker, and then took a part-time assistant job at Montreat. And when the job opened up, again, my familiarity with the college and with the conference at the time in Conference Carolinas was one that I thought I would pursue. So I reached out to my old mentor at Barton College, Gary Hall, who had a connection with Tim Griggs, and was fortunate enough that they took a chance on a young guy like myself. I think I was only 25 at the time, and didn't know a whole lot about what I was doing, but was full of energy and passion, and knew that I wanted to be a coach and wanted to coach at the collegiate level and was going to make a career out of it. And yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer when I was offered the opportunity that I probably didn't deserve, to come in and coach a group of what would be great young men at the time, and fell in love with Hartsville, and it was just kind of a perfect fit for where I was in my career and in my life at the time.
That's awesome. Now, looking back on your years, do you have one particular favorite memory from your years coaching the Cobras?
My unfortunately, Jake, my best memory is probably off the field. I met my wife there in Hartsville, and had a great experience in the community there in Hartsville. And my journey with my wife, what was we were surrounded by the players of Coker. She was as close with those incredible young men as I was, and we've remained close with quite a few of them during our marriage with our three kids, and obviously throughout my coaching career. Many of them have stepped into the coaching ranks. So I'm probably still making memories based on my time there in Coker, and hopefully some of the best ones are yet to be made as I watch those young men get married and start families and whatnot. But for me individually, personally, the best memory of my time there at Coker came off the field and meeting Neely, and just being engulfed in that community, and it was a great experience.
Well, it's certainly great to hear the Hartsville community has treated each and every one of us very well here. Um, you said you're probably your best memory off the field, but is there one game in particular that a day doesn't go by where you don't think about one particular game?
Yeah, I'd guess probably, if I'm not mistaken, 2008. Panthers of High Point were opening up a new stadium in High Point. They offered us some free pizza after the game to come up and help open up their stadium so they could get a great result against a lowly Division II team out of South Carolina. And we were 2-1 winners in overtime against High Point at the time, and to see the excitement and the faces of the young men who were members of that program, and who bought into a game plan that we put in place. We had gone up to watch them play Gardner Webb just a couple nights before, and it was just an incredible experience. I think I should have asked for more than pizza when I look back at it now as a guarantee, but that not a day goes by that I don't recall that being arguably the biggest win of my career, early on in my coaching career. So, that was incredible. And then, I would say it's followed, closely by the opportunity we had to play against the U17 national team at the time, and to see some of those guys who are still involved in the league and scoring goals in MLS and whatnot on the weekend. Breck Shea scored against us on the day. We lost 1-0. And that was something I'm forever grateful for the parents who set that up for the young men in the program.
Absolutely. So you mentioned being 2-1 winners against High Point, and that feeds perfectly into my next question. Um, is there a most memorable goal that you can think most memorable goal scored that you can think of in your time at Coker?
Yeah, I guess it's probably Dennis Gonzalez on the day who scored. I don't. There were a variety of goals. I can remember a Jake Wyman overtime winner, but Dennis Gonzalez on the day against High Point picking off the pass and running into goal, I think probably just encompasses that memory, that game. We scored a lot of great goals in our time kind of building that program back up and trying to get back into the conference tournament, which we ended up being able to do there in 2008 before Paul Leach just kind of took the program to a new level. Yeah, I mean, I would say that was a pretty special day all around.
It certainly sounds like it. And I guess my final question for you would be, if you could give one more pregame speech to any of your teams at Coker, what would it sound like?
Yeah, it's probably less focused on an individual game and more about I just look back on my time there at Coker with such fond memories, and I think it's probably a preseason speech, right? I think it's important that we all everyone who's involved in college athletics understand that those are times that we won't forget, with people that we'll always remember, and it's just so important that you continue to accumulate positive moments and positive memories during those experiences. Players and coaches and support staff can all do that. You'll certainly be destined for a positive experience, positive season, positive games, and just an overall incredible memory of the experience that you had there at Coker and will have over the course of your 4 years.
Well, Robert, it's been a pleasure speaking with you this afternoon. Tune in next week for our next edition of 40 Years, 40 Moments.